Hey folks, Lester here, hanging out with a couple of my best friends. Hey Roman, Gemma, Rita, and Jamie, all part of my best friend club. We're gonna walk out and feed these horses. Now, you know what's so dumb is the horses were already out at one point. Hey, do not step on me. The horses were already out across the pasture by the pond, and then I came out to feed them, and that no one knew that I was here. Put your ears pretty, Roman. Put your ears pretty, sir. You got to put your ears pretty. Roman's ears were not very pretty. Rita, you better put your ears pretty too, sweetie. Sorry about that. So I've already come out. There's feed. There is already food in their rooms. I know they're called stalls, but just go with me here. I've already delivered their food to their rooms, and they don't have any idea. Roman, please, bud. Daddy loves you, but he's going to step on me. He is going to step on me. Y'all better be in your own rooms. Hey, that's not your room. And Roman, she's eating all your food. Gemma, you're eating Roman's food. You might want to come out of there. Guys, I can't control this. I can't control this. Oh, gosh, Gemma. Roman, did you hurt yourself? That's why I did not get up in there. Just go to your room, Gemma. Come here, little girl. What a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. Come here. You're going to get Roman hurt. You should not even be in his room. There's your food. Golly gee. Guys, if you did not see what just happened, that was horrible. Oh, my gosh. I hope Roman's okay. Are you okay, bud? He kicked this wall. Oh, my goodness gracious. Guys, give me a moment to get my lights turned on. Did y'all see what just happened right there? Holy moly's. I am so glad that I did not run up in there. Hold on, I can't see anything, guys. All right, we're going to turn our lights on. Abracadabra! So what happened was this. In case you're just joining and you did not see what happened, no matter how much I describe it, you're never going to understand the full magnitude of how horrible that looked. Just how horrible that looked. So this over here is Roman's room. Look, says it right there. Duh. Everybody should know. And I came out earlier and I put food in all the horses' stalls. Rita. Now listen. Gemma knows where her stall's at. She can read just fine. But Gemma, because she's Gemma, always tries to find ways to buck the system. So when I came out earlier, the horses were down by the pond. They were grazing. It was still earlier than normal. I didn't want to bother them. So I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and put the feed out. And then I'll come out later when I go live and we'll spend some time with the horses. So I put the feed out. I think that my mistake might have been not closing the doors, leaving the doors open. Because what just now happened, for those who are joining late, I'm going to turn that water on and fill it up. Because what just now happened was, as I start walking towards the stable, I tell the horses, I tell them, I should have never said a word. I says, hey, Rita, Gemma, I've already put food in your stall. And at that point, they heard me and they took off running. Well, Gemma, who thinks she's going to be smart, she ends up running into Roman's stall to eat his food, knowing that Roman always gets more than everybody else. Well, when Roman finally made his way over there, he saw Gemma in his room. He doesn't like anyone in his room, except for Rita. She's welcome, but not when there's food. And so Roman gets mad at Gemma. Problem is, Gemma's trapped. She had a chance to leave. You all saw with your own eyes, Gemma had a chance to leave, and she chose not to. She looked at Roman, he looked at her, he pinned his ears, and she went back to taking a few more bites of his grain. Roman got upset, and he marched himself into his room, and at that point, Gemma let out a little scream. She sounded a lot like a mermaid. You've all heard of the mermaids. And so Gemma screamed like a little mermaid. Roman wasn't having it. And whenever Gemma turned to try to run out, Roman gave her a good whack. He actually missed her. He actually missed her, y'all, but he did kick the wall to his stall. And I hate that because you don't want to see your horses kicking on each other. So anyway, that's what happened. So if you're just joining us, that's what you missed. The only problem is I don't think you can back up and watch it while the video's live. You might be able to, but I don't know that for a fact. I'm going to turn the water on and let it start filling both of those water troughs. I got to turn it off over here though, because I think this water is fine already. I have a system, guys. I have a pretty good system. Would you guys like to drive out and visit some Longhorn? How about we just go out and visit us some Longhorn? Let's start off with our bulls, shall we? Now, there's no guarantee that these bulls are going to eat these horse snacks because they are, in fact, bulls. Oh, are you guys noticing how beautiful everything looks? I got all my pastures mowed. Guys, it was a long day. Are you going to huff and puff at me? I come to offer snacks. I hope you'll accept a snack. Would you like a snack? Please, Waylon. He's like, I'm not going to eat no horse snack. If you have a muffin, I'll try it, but I'm not eating a horse. Well, Prince Willie Joe don't give a darn. He'll eat any kind of snack. Hey, Chucky, will you eat a horse snack? You go, ah. Okay, Chucky, do you have to do all of that? He's acting like he's a horse now. Chucky, we all know you're not a horse. All right, Chucky, that's 4. I think you've had enough. Waylon, don't do all of that. He's like, I'm tired of these weeds along the fence line. Someone needs to do their job. Waylon, I'm going to get to that one of these days. Come here, Lord. Lord Grayson, come get a snack, bud. Lord Grayson is such a beautiful bull. My God, he's filling out. He looks so stocky. He's actually more stocky than Prince Willie Joe. Prince Willie Joe's fat. No, he is. Prince Willie Joe's just fat. But Lord Grayson is stocky. He's just a stocky fella. I love that. Chuck's like, yeah, move it, boys. Chucky Poo's hungry, and I'm a horse. Okay, Chucky Poo, you're the high horse. Chucky Poo's the high horse. Oh, look, Lord Grayson heard me brag on him, and now he's gonna start showing off. Now, your horns ain't near as long as Prince Willie Joe, so you might want to think about that for a minute. Don't put your eyes out, boys. Boys, no one needs to be putting an eye out. No one's going to put an eye out here trying to show out for the cameras. Stop it. You're not a horse. You're not a horse. Now, stop acting like that. You're not. Okay. Hey, people are going to talk about us. In case you're wondering, Tex is over there at the feed buggy, and we don't feed Tex muffins anyway. Tex is not really a muffin kind of a guy. Okay, Chucky, you're... Oh, please. Okay, let's go turn that water off now and drive on out back. So that was a peek a small peek at our bulls along with our high horse here. The high horse. I was just joking about Prince Willie Joe. I mean, he does have some weight on him, but he's also pretty darn stocky. They're both very good-looking bulls. And I bet you if you had a poll question of which is the better-looking bulls, I think it might be a 50-50 split. I do. I think it might be kind of a 50-50 split. Okay. Let's head on out back, shall we? If we hurry, we'll be able to get it done before dark. So I'm all done mowing, I do believe. That means I'll be able to start cleaning my tractor up here first chance I get. Now, I could come on back out and mow on the other side of the dry creek. Guys, give me one moment to turn this water off, please. It's getting all over the ground now. I keep falling in love with you. Okay, that water's turned off, guys. The water's turned off. I did make a little bit of a mess there on the ground, but we're fine. As hot as it's been lately, that stuff will evaporate in no time, okay? Hey guys, let me check right quick, make sure I don't have the internet turned on. I want to make sure that I'm on the cell phone tower, not our Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I think that we're good. All right, so we're going to drive down the fence line and visit with our gladiators. These are all of our yearling heifers. Some are a dab older than a year. Some are not quite a year, but we still refer to them as our yearlings anyway. Hello, ladies. Oh, no. Oh, no. Lordy. I'm in trouble now. Hi, sweetie. Hello there, Calamity Jane. Patsy, nice to see you. Here you go there. That's a good girl, Trinity. Patsy, hey, here, Loretta. There you go, Loretta. She's like, wait, that tastes different. That tastes different. That's different. She's like, Patsy, it's different. Daddy's giving us something different, Patsy. Be careful what you're eating, Patsy. He could be tricking us. Pat. Oh, look, Jenny Lane has come back for more. Jenny Lane, guys, if you don't remember, hey, back up. I'm going to get off. Jenny Lane had her first snack out of my hand recently. She had her first snack from the hand just recently. Patsy, you're going to get me hurt. Patsy, you're going to get me hurt. Jenny, eat the darn thing. Jenny, just take it. Gosh darn it, Jenny. I'm right here. You could really earn a lot of points here, Jenny. You put me into a really bad situation. I'm going to end up getting an eye put out. I did it. I did it. I shoved it right in her mouth. I shoved it right in her mouth. Huh. I sure did. Now, hey, here. There you go. I cannot believe that. Okay. Excuse me, ladies. We're going to get on the road here. Norma Jean sure wants to go back to them gladiators. But if I let her in there, she's just going to climb right back out. All right, where do we start? Let's start over here with the baby. Let's just start over here by the baby. That baby's conked down right there in the grass, right there below Mama. Hi, Ruby. Hey, Danny. Hey, Reba. Come here, girls. Daddy got some snacks, Ruby Sue. She's like, yeah, it tastes like a horse treat. I don't do horse treats. Okay, Ruby, don't. Sorry, Ruby. Danny, will you do a horse treat? Danny takes the horse treat. Ruby, she literally hooked me underneath my sleeve. Ruby, back up. I don't have anything else for you. Hey, Marilyn, could I offer you a delicious horse treat? I'll bring it to you, sweetie. Don't get up. Don't get up. Here. There you go. Reba, you want one too, love? Reba, would you like a horse treat? I'm sorry. I'll bring muffins tomorrow, I promise. There you go. Oh, you didn't turn me down once. God, she's just very upset with me. It's not what she wanted, and now she's going to let everybody know about it. Charlene never takes from the hand. So I'll stand here, but she never takes from the hand. All right, we're just looking, Charlene. Y'all look at her bag. Look at her udder. All right, Charlene, we're just looking at how pretty you look. Such a pretty girl. All right, we're gonna circle around over here. Oh boy. Jezebel. Hey, sweetie, you want a snack? How about a snack, love? Guys, hold on. I had to sneeze, so I was smart enough to be able to put the phone on mute, so as you did not all have to hear me sneeze on a live video. There you go, Danny. I'm glad you eat horse treats. Not everybody does. All right, well, there's our Duke of Dalscone. Hey, Dukester. Hey, the Dukester. He's like, let me stand up and show out a little bit, Mama. Let me just stand up and show out for the camera. Okay. You're a good-looking fella. We love you. He's doing great, my friends. He's doing great. The Duke of Dalscone is doing wonderful. All right, let's make our way over here to the last few cows. We've not had a chance to get a snack yet. Santana and Jolene. I'm going to have one on each side of me, which is going to be very dangerous, which is why I really should sit in the middle. I should plop myself over in the middle. Hurry. Santana, do me a favor. Oh, Lord. Never mind. There you go, Jolene. I'll give you two. Santana, if you snooze, you lose. I would have normally hung out quite a bit longer there with Santana, but not today, because on the other side of me was Jolene, and you all know that she's our wrecking ball. We don't mess with her. We love her, but we just don't get too close. Now, Pearl has been real finicky lately. Not sure why. Pearl? Hey, Pearl friend, would you like a horse treat? That's her way of saying no. When they swoosh the horns around side to side, that's their way of saying, I'm not interested, move on. But me, being a typical man, I don't take the hint, and I'm persistent. And some women like the persistence, and some women can't stand it. Ladies, let's make a connection. Ladies, be honest. Ladies, if you can't be honest with me, then you got a problem. Dolly, would you like a snack? Ladies, how many of you guys are with your man only because he was persistent? You've probably told him in as many words that you have no interest whatsoever. But your man just was the kind of guy who would not take no for an answer. He wanted to date you. He just could not take no because he wanted to date you so gosh darn bad. There you go, Santana. All right, guys. So I don't know. You know that I can't read anything. I have no glasses. I don't know what you're all saying. But I will say that some women admire a man who's persistent, and some women can't stand that. They want to call him a stage 5 clinger, creeper, whatever. So it's hard when there's not like any true defined laws about it, because to what some is harassment, to others is romantic. I think it's funny that I was watching Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Now, if you don't know who that is, it's okay. Don't go look them up. If you don't know who it is, it's okay. Do not go look them up. But they are a celebrity couple, right? And just so happened that, you ready to hear this? This is crazy. Travis was the kind of guy who would not take no for an answer, even though Taylor showed no interest at first. She finally realized he was not going to take no for an answer, so she went ahead and indulged and gave him a date, or exchanged numbers or whatever, and here they are now getting married. And what she says in her own words, I quote her, well, I kind of paraphrase her, is he's the guy that she's been making music for her entire life. Now, did you hear what I just now said? She did not have any interest in the guy, yet he was persistent. And here they are a few years later about to get married, and she admits that he is the guy who she's been making music for and creating songs for all of these years. Huh. So no matter what you say about guys being persistent and how creepy that is, it works for some guys. It works for some. Well, guys, that is everybody. I'm happy to see that Roman's not limping. He's come out of the stall now. He looks to be fine. There's Rita too. I'm gonna circle around and turn off the water. See, here's the problem. There'll be 50 people ask me, did you turn off the water? Because they're so consumed with the chat. They're typing away. Their fingers are typing as fast as they can. They're not really watching the video. There, I've turned off the water. How many of y'all have seen that though? You've seen it with your own eyes. You didn't show us Calamity Jane. Where's Calamity Jane? And the thing, I'm like, wait a minute, I did. I was like, spent like a whole few minutes with her. Ay, ay, ay. Tex has come out. He's sitting there grooming Prince Willie Joe. So I'm just going to tell you guys something real fast. I think that some folks misunderstood me when I said something today. So I talked a lot about the two young men who they represent our brand. They're about to be leaving us, okay? But they absolutely do represent our brand. The same as Santoro, the bull who left us a couple of years back. Those are the bulls who represent our brand. They're the ones who are going to become the ambassadors to go out and let other folks know what kind of babies we can produce over here. What beautiful animals we can produce. If you give them the right grass, and the fresh water, plenty of the right feeds, the minerals, the salts, the fertilizers for their grasses. You give them what they need, and look what they can do for you. Boy, they sure look great. And so we're about to send off these two, but it's about that time. So what I did was I reminded you all that the home where they're going to be going to are not going to showcase these bulls as this is a product of their fine, because it's not. This is a product of Longhorn Lester's. This is a product of Tex, Waylon, Gracie, and Jolene. This is a product of a really fine, a few years of just really, really beautiful cows and what they can produce. Now, Tex, even though he's our herd bull, he's not a product of Longhorn Leicester. Don't forget that he was designed by years and years of perfection from that Schumacher ranch. All right? So Tex is absolutely, yes, he's our herd bull. But once I send these two guys off, we won't really have a showcase bull. We won't have a bull here to show off what we're going to send those off, because our business is not artificial insemination. Our business is not extracting semen and sending it off into other ranchers across the country and across the world. That's not what we do. So a few folks misunderstood, and then it's my own fault for not thinking about what I'm saying before I say it and how I say it. So Prince Willie Joe, Lord Grayson, along with Santoro, and of course now we have Duke of Dumfries, are the ambassadors. They'll be the ones who will travel off and be able to share with the world what beautiful things we can do here. Tex is the product of what Schumacher put together through years and years of doing it right. I hope that makes better sense to you all now. And of course, you all know that Waylon is not a product of ours at all. He's our second bull, our second in command. He's one of the lieutenants. But he's not. We can't take pride for Waylon because he's the product of somebody else's work. I hope that makes sense to you all. Well, hey, would you guys like to go in for a bit? How would you guys like to come inside for just a little bit? I would love to invite you in. I could have myself a cold water bottle, but only if you like to. And like I said, my intentions are pure. Alrighty? Let's wave bye to Jamie. She won't even look. She ain't even looking. She ain't even looking. She's looking down at her phone. Huh. Well, let's go. Let's circle around here. You think that she never saw me sitting here? She may think that I'm still out back somewhere. Come on, Trixie, we're gonna walk our friends inside for a bit. All right. Welcome to the JL Motel. It'll be nice and cool on the inside, I promise. Hey, kitty. You've already been fed. Come on, Trixie. Come on, Trixie girl. Trixie, you don't have to knock me over. All right. I'm going to sit you guys right over here on this tripod, if you don't mind. Give me a moment. There you go. Now I'm going to flip you around facing me. There. Turn a light on. How about that? Hi to hello. Now I'm going to jump up and grab me a water bottle. Could I offer you guys something? Could I offer you all something to drink? Sure, I'll be right back. Okay, where were we? Trixie, we're not leaving yet, baby. We're not leaving quite yet, sweet girl. I'm trying to get it to where there's not quite the same glare We don't have the ideal lighting here, but we're not gonna keep you guys too much longer anyways. I'll get me a pair of glasses so now I can see. Oh boy, yeah, we don't really do coffee this late in the afternoon. All right, so listen to this, guys, just listen. Mr. Lester, can you please sing the Muffin Man song with Rita and Roman tomorrow for my grandbaby's first birthday? Well, I'm going to really drive a lot of people bananas if I do that. I'm going to drive a lot of people bananas. But you know what? For your grandbaby, if I can remember, I'm going to have a moderator remind me. Cheers, friends. I will need a moderator to remind me to sing the Muffin Man song, okay? Because I will forget. Okay. And that's tomorrow. She wants to hear that tomorrow with Rita and Roman. Fine, I'll do it, okay? So, oh, does the Oasis still have water in it? Well, guess what? On tomorrow's video, the noon video, you will see for yourselves. Give me 1 second over here. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up, guys. So the branding of the bulls is something that we'll discuss in detail later, because I'll tell you what, I am back and forth on the fence about it. So I will say this, there's no definite answers. So anyone who acts like they know what's going on, I can promise you that they don't, because I have not shared that information with anybody. Even Jamie and I are still having those discussions. So I know why you would like that, and I know why I would like that. I also know that there's many who would rather that not happen. So, hey, Katie Joe Martin, nice to see you. So, yeah, guys, okay, so remember who you're dealing with here. You're dealing with the guy who changes his mind as often as you change your bra and panties, okay? I'm a guy that changes my mind back and forth all the time. And so I will absolutely let you know when I decide. When I decide, I will let you know. All righty? All right, so my dad had bulls for a few years, but they really do wreck your fences and are always getting out. So then he started just renting a bull during breeding season. Way less headache. Absolutely, I understand that. You know, we tried band camp, what we call it. So Jolene was able to go off with the bull's name, beautiful bull. I passed by there every Sunday on my way to my mom and dad's. Herbie, his name was Herbie. I wish there was a way you could incorporate all three logos from Longhorn Lester's I'm a Survivor and Sus the Boots. That would be a really cool brand. Yeah, but that's not the way it works, because don't forget, we are three very separate entities. And so you would not want to incorporate that. Now, here's what I've thought about. Remember how I talked about I would like this 5-year goal, that I have this 5-year plan? And on my 5-year plan, I would like to have everything right here on one property. Herbie Hancock. His name was Herbie Hancock. Thank you. Guys, I would forget my head if it wasn't hooked on. Listen, Herbie Hancock was his name, and he's beautiful. You know what I'll do? This upcoming Sunday, when I pass over by there, I'll try to stop and get some video of Herbie. Just such a beautiful bull. And he looks just like Jolene. He looks just like Jolene. All right. He's so handsome. But they were very nice. The problem, though, with that fella is that he did not have a really good system to load. And so the way you had to load your animal over there, he would go out and find himself a couple of trees, and he had these panels. He had me get a panel, and he got a panel, and then he had a couple of panels set up. So we would walk the cows along the fence line until they got all the way to where his panel was at, and then we would walk our panels up and hold them into place, which in essence entrapped the animal you were trying to catch. Now listen, I get it, guys. People have been doing very creative things like that for a long time. And we did get my cow loaded. We were able to get Jolene loaded up that way. But I was worried about that because a larger cow could have run right over them panels and knocked you flat. So, but like I was saying, I have this plan, this 5-year goal, where I bring all 3 entities together into one property. And the property's name is going to be the JL Ranch. That's the name of the property. But here on this same property, you have your Longhorn, which is the Longhorn Lester. You have your chickens and your plants and your garden and your RV motorhome. And that's all part of the From Suits to Boots. And then you have your rescue animals. You have all of your rescues, which would still be a part of I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. So the reason that we would do it that way, it may not be easy for you to keep up with everything. You would probably like everything on one channel, make your life a lot easier. But don't forget that Jamie has a business, friends. That is a business. From Suits to Boots is an LLC. It's a business. And Longhorn Lester's, as crazy as that sounds, it is a business. I have my own credit card, my own checkbook, my own bank account. And then I'm a Survivor Sanctuary is also its very own incorporated. It's an incorporation. So you have all of these. And so you really would not ever want to combine businesses together like that. So we will keep them separated yet together. I told you I was complicated. I done told y'all I was complicated. Is I'm a Survivor going to phase out? Not as long as we have rescue animals. We have Roman, we have Rita, we have Chucky Poo, just to name a few right outside that you just saw a little while ago. So as long as we still bring in rescues, we will keep I'm a Survivor going. And because I'm a Survivor is the rescue operation. And we come across rescues all the time. Don't forget, we have rescue dogs. We have rescue cats. So, I get it. All right, well, listen, friends, I just want to say thank you so very much for being a part of tonight. I am very blessed to have you. And then sitting here talking about bringing all 3 of the businesses together and trying to consolidate. If you haven't known me very long, and you probably wouldn't know this, but I say over and over and over, who's to blame? Who's responsible for all of the blessings around us? And it's not me, it's not Jamie, it's you. It's you. And I've also said more times than I can count that if it weren't for you, then the life that we're able to live right now, the dreams that we're able to see fulfilled, were never anything that was written in the books for me, written in the cards. They were not in the stars. They were things that happened from a freak act of Mother Nature. And there was a small window of opportunity, a door was open that I took a chance into, and here we are. Here we are a few years later, still going. But listen, that's not me bragging. That's me saying thank you. That's me saying thank you to you for making all of this possible, because without you, it wouldn't be. And I can't think of every. Well, I can remember the most recent video was the one that I made today, where we were able to go by the feed store and purchase that sprayer, and I made sure to take time to thank everybody. And it's not just those that have their name in green. It's not just those that bless us with a few dollars here and there up in the super chats. It's also for those folks who, when those ads pop up and you have that choice to skip and go watch somebody else, or you go ahead and wait your 15 seconds and then skip the entire ad, you've also contributed greatly, just immensely. When you hit that like button, when you make a comment, when you share a video, guys, you don't know how much that helps this channel stay strong. So now this is all a product of you and you coming back and you being a part of everything. So if I've ever made it sound like I was bragging or I'm like, look at me, well, I apologize. That was never my intent, and I don't feel that way in my heart. Alrighty? So, well, we'll be back in the morning for coffee. We've been having some really nice coffee clubs videos in the morning, and we'll be having some real coffee. I stopped drinking that weird stuff, those little tiny pods. I ain't drinking no more pods, okay? I ain't drinking no more pods. I ain't doing it. I'm back to real coffee. Alrighty? And I want to thank y'all. The Keurig. Yeah, we ain't doing no Keurig anymore. And thank y'all, though. Thank you so much for watching the videos, being a part of everything. Hope you enjoyed seeing all the babies tonight and having a chance to drive around and visit with all of them. All right, we love you so much. We're blessed to have you. And chef kisses our way out of here, shall we? Mwah! Come on, everybody. Chef kisses. It's just a chef kiss. There's no harm in that, y'all. Mwah! Thank you. Good night.